Time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
Why in the world are you down here, Dollar? Your train leaves in 45 minutes.
Well, I'm taking a quick refresher course in ancient history. You're sending me out to find a missing archaeologist, aren't you? Well, I want to be able to talk his language in case I find him alive.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Great Corinthian Life and Liability Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during my investigation of the disappearance of Bruce Lambert, the archaeologist who never should have left his tomb. Expense account item 1, $7.50, railway and taxi fare from my Hartford apartment to room 317, Brighton Arms, New York City, a hotel whose front rooms had a depressing view of an 81st Street mortuary. Miss Lambert?
Yes, please come in, Mr. Dollar.
She was tall without awkwardness, had the physique of an athlete, but still with softness, and a golden tan made her seem out of place, set against the snow heaped on the sill outside the windows.
Thank you for coming, Mr. Dollar. I realize that mine was a rather unusual request to make of an insurance company.
Not at all, Miss Lambert. The company doesn't want to lose a policyholder any more than you want to lose a brother. But there are a lot of good private detectives in New York.
I couldn't afford one. I had thought of notifying the police, but I realized that Bruce's case would be just one of many to them. They're so impersonal. And if there's a chance of any notoriety...
Miss Lambert, if you mean that for some reason you'd rather the police didn't find him, you'd better tell me about it.
Yes, of course I was going to. I don't see how it could make any difference. Please sit down.
Maybe we'd better start way back at the beginning, huh? That would be in Egypt, wouldn't it?
Yes. In the desert some 100 miles west of Thebes. My brother's an archaeologist, and he'd uncovered some ruins. It was quite an important discovery, something about the 12th dynasty. I don't know much about it.
You were with him?
Yes, I didn't spend much time at the excavation site. I stayed in the village. But the reason the police might make it difficult is that Bruce discovered some relics that he didn't declare to the authorities there.
You mean he swiped them?
Well, if you're in the habit of using extreme bluntness, I suppose you could put it that way.
All right, I'm sorry.
Please, Mr. Dollar, this is quite unpleasant for me. If Bruce had stolen all the relics, you wouldn't expect it to make any difference in how I felt about his disappearance, would you?
Well, I'm afraid I can't do anything for you. I've got to know these things if I'm going to help you.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know.
All right. What were those relics that your brother didn't declare?
Well, I'm not sure how many there were. There was some statuary, an obsidian head of some old king, and then there was a scarab. It was supposed to have been the official seal of this king.
Do you know how valuable this stuff is?
I'm afraid that it might be very valuable in some circles. That's what I was afraid of, that someone harmed Bruce or even... But there's so many things to be afraid of. He isn't strong. Maybe even his mind. He was injured quite severely in a traffic accident in Alexandria just before we left Egypt. I've got to find out what could have happened to him.
Oh, come on. Now. We can't find out this way. What does your brother look like? Is he light or dark?
Here's a snapshot.
Oh.
He's blonde. His hair is straight and was quite long when I last saw him.
And that was 4 days ago?
Yes. The day our ship docked, I was arranging for my luggage. He just disappeared.
What else? What's his build? Slight, medium, heavy?
Slight, I'd say.
What about his clothes?
Well, he was wearing a dark blue suit and a gray overcoat. The right sleeve of both would be empty because his right arm and shoulder are in a cast.
Uh-huh. A traffic accident.
Yes, both were fractured. I wish I were able to be more help. But I've told you everything I know. He just vanished.
Did Did he have any enemies that you know of?
No, there's not even that. I can't let myself lose hope. But what can we do? How do you start looking for somebody with so little to go on?
Before I answered her question, we started at the beginning again. The second run-through was pretty much like the first. But disappearance from a foreign ship in the port of New York is not as easy as the telling of it. I left the troubled Marcia, checked into an 8th-floor room in the Brighton Arms, where a phone call told me the North Fleet had already sailed. No hope of information there. So I headed for the U.S. Customs Office.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Nixon?
Yes?
Well, my name is Dollar. I'm an insurance investigator. The girl outside said you could help me. I'd like to get some information on a passenger who arrived from Alexandria on the North Fleet.
North Fleet. Well, I'd have to know the day of arrival and the name of the line.
It was 4 days ago. They'd made it... that would make it the 20th. It's a British ship.
North Fleet. Well, no. What was the passenger's name?
Lambert. Bruce Lambert. Did he clear any luggage through customs?
Bruce Lambert. Yeah. Witnessed the examination of one piece of luggage, a suitcase, personal effects, one piece of statuary purchased in Alexandria, no duty.
What address did he give you?
Bruce Lambert. No street number, no hotel, the Brighton Arms.
Oh, the Brighton Arms. Well, don't count on that. Expense account item 2, $30, which, with my ID card, helped impress the cab drivers who worked the entrance to the pier where the North Fleet had docked. Checking these cabs took the whole afternoon, and midway through it, I realized I wasn't the only one interested in that particular hack stand. I wasn't sure at what moment I'd actually noticed him. He was doing a very bad job of hiding behind a Journal American on the other side of the street. All I could see was the lower half of an overcoat, the same of some razor-sharp trousers, and some pointed shoes. But I began to feel his eyes looking at me as I went on with my questioning. That finally paid off through the mouth of driver number 782.
You know, you meet all kinds in this business. Some you forget, and some others you remember.
Yeah, well, do you remember a guy with his arm and shoulder in a cast?
And something you learn in this business. That's to read people's faces. You get to know a deadbeat before he gets a chance to deadbeat you. And you catch on if a guy is scared of something.
Well, if he was afraid of something, it's not me. He's been reported missing by his sister. I've been hired to find him. How much does $10 buy?
You know, maybe he don't want to be found.
Is that what you think?
Sure. He paid me more to climb up than you offered.
Well, I've got more.
What are you going to do with him?
I want to talk to him. I want to find out if he's all right. If he wants to stay lost, that's his business, not mine. How's 25?
Get in, my boy. It's not very far from here.
Our destination turned out to be an old red brick hotel near 39th Street between 10th and 11th Avenue. And it occurred to me that as an archaeologist, Lambert was running true to form. He'd even used some ruins to hold up in. One $5 bill brought the information from the room clerk that Lambert was out of his room, and another brought a pass key that let me in. The first thing to catch my eye when I switched on the light was a black piece of statuary shining dully on a chipped bureau, a crowned head with exaggerated features sculptured in obsidian. I posed myself this riddle. If it was so valuable, why didn't Lambert take better care of it? But before I had a chance to try for the answer, a foot nudged the door open behind me. As might be expected, it was wearing a pointed shoe and was followed into the room by a slight yellow ivory-skinned man who rather resembled the black statue.
I must thank you for leading us to the hiding place. Where is he?
Well, that depends on who he's hiding from. It looks like It's you.
Perhaps it is that you do not know where he is.
Yeah, perhaps.
I followed your taxi after you talked with those drivers.
That was very smart. Where did you think I expected you to go? What's your interest in Lambert?
You were employed by the girl to find him. How much does she pay you?
I never talk money with a stranger.
Perhaps we will not be strangers for long. The point of importance is that you have not yet found him. Mr. Drummond will pay you $2,000 to do so.
Mr. Drummond is generous, but what makes you so sure I haven't found Lambert?
Because he is not here.
But that only means he's someplace else.
Please, I have no wish for violence.
Well, then put that thing away. In the first place, gunfire, even in this neighborhood, is going to bring the law. In the second place, that's a lady's gun. One of those handbag jobs. You know, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for carrying it.
Please, I have no wish to use it.
Then get rid of it. I hate little men who try to play bully. There was more than that behind my fist. I figured I could learn to know him better if he was quietly stretched out on the floor. I was half right. An Egyptian passport told me that his name was Ammon Hyksos. Hometown, Alexandria. There was nothing else. I could turn Hyksos over to the police on an assault charge, or I could wait until he woke up and try knocking some information out of him. But I didn't do either. I left him there in the lobby. I gave a message to the room clerk for Lambert, telling him to stay out of his room when he came back and to phone me at the Brighton Arms.
Who is it?
Dollar.
Oh, just a second. Is there any news? Did you learn anything, Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, I made some progress. I met Ammon Hyksos. You told me your brother didn't have any enemies. That little Egyptian is out looking for him with a gun. Why'd you lie to me?
I have no right to ask you to believe me now.
That's so true.
But I wish you would. Please come here and sit down.
No, thanks. You sit there and I'll stand here. I think I'll be less inclined to believe you from here.
That's not fair. I know. I wasn't fair with you either. I want to be. But there are some things I just can't tell you.
Why not?
Well, I can't tell you that either.
No, nuts. Women like you make everything tougher than it should be. You demand all, but you give nothing. You ask to be trusted, and you won't trust. You make yourselves look soft when you're as hard as steel. You've got warmth, but you only turn it on when you get something out of it.
You're wrong. I was trying to help him. Or us. I had to lie.
Look, I started this thing wanting to help you. There was something personal about it. But you wanted me to do things your way and not mine. Well, we just stopped doing that.
Please, leave me alone. Just go away. Go back to Hartford and forget you were ever here.
I wish I could. But I'm working for an insurance company looking for a missing policyholder. Well, I'll be up in my room if you decide to help me find it. Yep.
Is this Mr. Dollar?
That's right.
This is Bruce Lambert. I got your message to call.
Where are you now?
Not so fast. There were 2 attempts on my life while I was on my way here from Alexandria. I'm not anxious to tell anybody where I am. How did you get into this?
Marcia called your insurance company when you took the run out. They hired me.
Good for Marcia. Is she all right?
Well, that depends on your point of view. I suppose she's being the helpful sister to you, but for me, she's done nothing but act mysterious.
I don't get it.
She won't tell the truth about you. I hope you do better.
She told you she was my sister?
Well, sure she did. Why shouldn't she?
Well, I can't see why she'd do that.
She isn't your sister?
No, I don't understand it. She's my fiancée. I don't understand it at all. Where is she? I better talk to her.
That's a good idea. Room 317, Brighton Arms. I'll be there with her, waiting for you. Which, in a way, was how it worked out. Except that I waited for him in the corridor outside her room. I left Marcia where I found her. She was on the bathroom floor, where she died from wounds inflicted by the proverbial blunt instrument, and where her lies had died with her.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first... And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Bruce Lambert?
Yes?
It's all right, I'm Dollar. Didn't take you long to get here. Where'd you phone from?
Just around the corner, a bar. Why do you ask? Where's Marcia?
Marcia's dead.
I don't believe you. I want to go in there. She isn't dead. Let me in there.
Come on, use your head, will you? There's nothing. Oh, your arm. I'm sorry. Look, you don't want to go in there. Believe me, you don't. There's nothing you can do for her.
She can't be dead. She can't be.
Come on.
Where? Why?
I want you to come up to my room with me. You've got to do two things. First, give me every reason you can think of why this should have happened. And then, before the police get here, you'd better start rehearsing a story of your own. Now, Abbott, the first hole in Marcia's story is that she wasn't in Thieves while you were working on your ruins.
That's right. I didn't even know her then. I met her in the hospital in Alexandria after my accident. I was there for 2 months, you see. She was my nurse.
But she did know about the relics. That statue and the scarab that I haven't seen.
Oh, yes. Here it is. This is the scarab. Oh, yes, she knew. We talked about my little deceit.
Well, how little is it really? You talk about 2 attempts on your life. Now we have actual murder. You'd better let me have that scarab.
Oh, yes, of course. But surely you don't think the relics are at the bottom of this? They're rare, but not valuable enough for this. Unless someone knows more about them than I do. I doubt that. I've made a thorough study of the 12th dynasty and King Amenemhet III. It's a carving of his head.
What do you know about a man named Ammon Hyksos? And another whose last name is Drummond?
Hyksos? Ammon Hyksos?
Do you know him? Does it ring any kind of a bell?
No, I'm afraid not. And Drummond means nothing.
Oh, all right. Let's try the 2 attempts on your life. What about them?
Well, they happened on the nights of the 17th and the 18th. Both of them could have been accidental, except that, well, the same small man stood near me both times.
It would be too much for me to hope you could describe him, I suppose.
Well, it was dark. Well, both times I was on the promenade deck, and something heavy was thrown or pushed from the deck above. I reported the second one, and the ship's officer apologized for the carelessness.
But you thought enough of it to disappear?
Oh, well, I certainly did.
Instead of going to the police?
Yes. Oh, I suppose it was wrong, but you must understand, I was desperate.
Well, we'd better go down to the 3rd floor. I hope the police think more of your story than I do. In 20 minutes, room 317 really looked like a murder scene. The place was swarming with New York's finest, white with fingerprint powder and blinding with flash bulbs. The lieutenant to whom I made my statement looked as if he thought I was as crazy as I thought everybody else in the mess was. But then he changed his mind.
Dollar? Hey, where is that insurance stick?
Here I am.
Him in the bathroom. Oh, there you are, Dollar.
Yeah, find a suicide note or something?
What'd you say that name was? Ammon,
Hyksos.
Yeah. Well, I guess there aren't too many ways to spell that one, so this must be it. Pillbox.
Let me see that.
Prescription from Alexandria.
Dr. Ammon Hyksos.
We'll put a tracer on that phone number you took off him first thing in the morning.
Yeah. Hey, you going to take Lambert in for questioning?
I guess we'd better. Routine. He's clear as far as I can see.
Well, do something for me, will you? Have your doctors run a test of that plastic cast of his. And call me in my room, huh?
A test for what?
Well, just look it over. It would make a handy blunt instrument if nothing else. Expense account item 3, $7.50. A few late cocktails, a rare steak, and coffee in the Brighton Arms dining room. After which I picked up an armful of extra editions so I could catch up on what I'd been doing. I self-operated my way to the 8th floor and started toward my room. I was looking forward to a hot shower, but I didn't get it. I was still looking forward, but into a familiar gun muzzle.
This is the one, Garrett.
Ah, yes, Mr. Dollar. May I introduce myself, sir? Garrett Drummond at your service. Our meeting has been postponed too long.
Well, there's a difference of opinion on that.
You will please open your door.
How can I refuse that pint-sized invitation you're still carrying?
After you, sir. And I needn't remind you that my friend here is prepared for any rash move upon your part.
Look, I'm tired. I don't have a rash move left in me.
Close the door, Hammett. I suggest that you sit there, Mr. Dollar, in that unsightly straight-back chair.
Thanks a lot.
And now, sir, I shall plunge right to the point. Where is that scoundrel, Bruce Lambert? Well?
I think I just decided that I don't know.
Please, we have no wish for violence.
You always say that with a gun in your hand. Well, let's get started. You make your pitch, I'll make my refusal, and we'll see where we go from there.
I have already made what I consider to be a generous offer for so unimportant a bit of information as merely the whereabouts of Lambert. $2,000. But if it will expedite matters, I am prepared to expand my offer by another 1,000 on the spot, sir.
The higher you bid, the greedier I get. What makes Lambert so important to you?
A problem which is entirely out of your province, my boy. How much do you know of Egyptian legends, sir?
Oh, no more than $1 worth.
Ah, pity. A fascinating subject. Well, sir, Bruce Lambert has in his possession a certain object of great importance, both culturally and economically. Certain landowners in Egypt hold it in such high esteem, sir, that as a reward for its return to them, they would throw open to exploitation untapped oil fields, the richness of which would shake the very foundations of world economy.
Are they shaky enough as it is?
My boy, think what it would mean to a civilization fast approaching the depletion of its petroleum sources. New horizons, sir, a brave new world. Lambert owes to us all relinquishment of this object so that it may serve humanity.
You're right. And it may be easier than you think.
Splendid, sir. Where is he?
Which relic is it? The black statue your playmate could have picked up for free?
It is King Amenemhet's scarab that I would discuss with Lambert. I demand to know where he is.
Why waste time on him? I've got the scarab.
I find that most difficult to believe, Mr. Dollar.
Well, I'll show
No. Keep your hands away from your pockets. Ammon will save you the trouble. Ammon.
Please remain still, Mr. Dollar. My wish is for peacefulness.
Sure. Right coat pocket.
He speaks truly, Garrett. Here it is.
What's the matter, Garrett? You don't have that brave new world look anymore.
I should be the first to admit, sir, that the lie has been put to the tale I created upon this useless gewgaw. But, Mr. Dollar, now that we are forced to fall back upon the truth, I remind you that it sometimes hurts. Your position has not been...
The desk knows I'm up here.
Answered, Mr. Dollar. But be cautious. Unfortunately, I do not share Ammon's aversion to violence.
Yeah?
Dollar?
That's right.
This is Lieutenant Black. Say, was that a hunch you had about that cast of Lambert's?
Why do you ask?
Well, if it was a good one. The doctors won't let us take it off, but we cut into it. It was put on in 3 layers. The middle one was wrapped in narcotics.
Yeah?
Don't be so modest, Dollar. There must be $300,000 worth. No, sometimes it's a whole month before we get that much. Looks like the work of your friend, Dr. Ammon Hicks's.
Yeah.
Oh, wake up, Dollar. I want to check Lambert's statement with yours. I'll have you there in 10 minutes. Goodbye.
Okay.
I commend you, sir, upon your show of intelligence. Who was it?
The police. They're looking for Lambert.
Oh, and what did they give as their reason?
Narcotics. The story of a man bound for America who cracked up in a car, and while he was unconscious and being patched, said narcotics were put in his cast by a Dr. Ammon Hickses, probably assisted by a nurse named Marcia.
But there's no proof.
Ammon, we'll waste no time on evasion. Yes, we used the boy. A courageous scheme, but for that silly goose of a girl. She was the true conspirator and the traitor as well.
She happened to fall in love with the guy.
The romantic Atlantic crossing. An empty proposal of marriage suddenly becomes more important than actual coin of the realm. But enough of that. The police are looking for him, and odds teeth, so am I. Where is he?
I don't know.
Ammon, call his hotel in 39th Street. No, wait, my friend. The police must be watching that. Are they, Mr. Dollar?
Well, that's where his personal things are. If I were the police, I'd be watching.
Yes, we seem to find ourselves in such a position that we must at least pretend to see eye to eye, sir. Very well. We shall wait here. The chips are down, so to speak. Ammon.
Yes, Garrett.
Take the pistol. Into the bathroom with you. With the door slightly ajar, you shall have a splendid command of the arena, as it were.
Yes, Garrett.
And remember, the stakes are high.
Yes, Garrett, I will remember.
And now, Mr. Dollar, it would seem that little remains but the waiting.
The waiting was more than enough. Drummond settled himself on the bed, facing the door, his pudgy hands folded over his bulging waist. I was still in the desk chair, facing him. As usual, the police were late. 20 minutes passed before we heard the knock on the door.
Your guest, Mr. Dollar. Come, we shall go to the door together. Now, keep your back to me and open it.
It's your party, Drummond. Come in, Lambert.
Not Lambert, the police.
Hammett, shoot! Hammett, my friend, help!
Drummond's wound wasn't half as excruciating as his call for help. The doctors report that his shoulder will be in a cast, that as soon as the state of New York can gather a jury, he will stand trial on the charge of first-degree murder. The body of Ammon Hickses was taken to the morgue. As an insurance company, you are probably less interested in that than in the fate of your policyholder, Bruce Lambert. That's explained in expense account item 4, $280, hospital bill, paid in advance. In view of the possibility that there may be others interested in that $300,000 cache of narcotics he has to carry around with him until his arm is okay, I thought it would be safer to keep him under wraps. Oh, by the way, while he was lying there, helpless, I sold him a policy for you covering the scarab and that carved head. Expense account total, $456.90. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Paul Dudley and Gil Doud with music by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in Harry M. Popkins' United Artists production, DOA. Featured in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Jay Novello, Ed Begley, John Daner, and Pat McGeehan. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week when Edmund O'Brien returns in another adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
$54,000 is burning a little old hole in that little old jackpot of Sing It Again this week, just waiting for somebody to light up the right answer and drop the cash and prizes in his lap or her lap. Dan Seymour gives the gals the same chance he gives the fellas when he starts putting in those calls from coast to coast. So be listening this Saturday when Sing It Again and the $54,000 Phantom Voice come your way on most of these same CBS stations. This program was transcribed in Hollywood. Roy Rowan speaking. This is CBS, where yours truly, Johnny Dollar, meets adventure every Friday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
Dollar, thank goodness I found you.
Why, what's up?
You've got to leave for New York, Dollar, immediately. A policyholder, he's afraid for his life.
Here we go again. Who's he afraid of?
Well, he wouldn't say over the telephone. All I know is, to us, he's worth $100,000 alive.
Well, that makes it simple. He must be afraid of somebody to whom he's worth $100,000 dead.
Edmund O'Brien in a transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office, American Continental Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures fulfilling your assignment as a bodyguard. The body being that of your late policyholder, Robert W. Perry. Expense account. Item 1, fare on night train, Hartford to New York, $3.65. Expense account item 2, $1.80 taxi to Lower Manhattan following morning to offices Perry and Van Bruten, importers, arriving as promised at exactly 9 a.m.
Good morning. May I help you?
Yes, you certainly can. My name is Johnny Dollar. I have an appointment with Mr. Perry for 9 o'clock.
Oh, yes. From the insurance company. Well, you're right on time.
Yes, they told me I'd better be, and I'm glad that I am.
Mr. Perry just came in. He's alone and waiting for you. I'll buzz him that you're here.
Thanks.
Come on!
What was left of your policyholder, Mr. Perry, was just sliding out of a swivel chair as I hit the room. The top of his desk had erupted, and splinters of mahogany pointed their sharp fingers upward through lazy circles of smoke, swirling toward the ceiling. The buzzer from his secretary's desk had been rigged to a booby trap.
Oh, no. Mr. Perry.
Stay away from him. Come on, there's nothing you can do. He's dead.
Oh. What happened? What happened? Whatever happened?
Let's go. Let's get back out of here. Here you are. Sit down. I'll get you a drink of water. Come on, drink this.
There's a doctor on the third floor. Shall I call him?
Never mind the doctor. Go call the police. Nobody gets in here till they arrive. Now, the rest of you, go on, run along, beat it, will you? And have the building superintendent turn off that alarm. Okay, miss. Now, take it easy.
It was all so sudden. What happened?
Well, that's not hard to figure out. Somebody wanted to give your boss, Mr. Perry, a shortcut through life. So whoever it was figured out that a secretary would never buzz a boss unless he was at his desk. They rigged up a bomb somewhere in his desk that would go off when you buzzed him.
Oh, then I killed him.
Now, wait a minute, will you? Wait a minute. Don't go hysterical on me. There's excitement enough, and there'll be more when the police get here, so you keep cool.
But I did it. You saw me do it.
Look, honey, the way you put it, I killed him by coming in here and giving you my name so you would buzz him. And I was here to protect him. So drop it, will you?
I'm sorry.
Now tell me, what about yesterday? Was Perry here?
Yes, all day.
What time was it when you last used the buzzer?
Oh, right up to the last minute, about 5:30.
Who left the office first?
Oh, Mr. Perry, he always leaves first. I lock up.
From the looks of things, you should have used more locks last night. Somebody got in here to do some wiring. Oh, I forgot that fire alarm. Look, before the police arrived, do you know why I was sent here?
Oh, yes. Mr. Perry felt that his life was in danger. He thought that, well, with a $100,000 policy, the insurance company would do everything they could to help keep him alive.
Oh, we didn't have much of a chance, did we? What was he afraid of?
I don't know.
Okay. Tell me, what were his other appointments for today?
Well, he only had two. His partner, Mr. Van Bruten, at 11, and later he
No,
had
one at a time, please. Van Bruten. Anything special about their meeting?
Oh, yes, Mr. Van Bruten arrived just yesterday from Holland.
Oh, you mean there was a branch of this firm in Holland?
Oh,
huh?
yes. Mr. Perry was buying out Van Bruten's interest. They had a final meeting at Van Bruten's hotel last night.
I see.
Van Bruten was coming by this morning to pick up his money.
Cash?
No, a cashier's check. The bank is to deliver it here at 10:30.
Well, Perry's other appointment, who is that?
Christine, his wife.
Now she tells me. Christine, the beneficiary.
Yes. She wouldn't have been the beneficiary in about another 2 weeks. They were getting a divorce.
Thanks for the motive. You don't like her.
Well, I didn't mean it that way.
Well, how about Perry? Did you like him? Okay, here's an easy one. What's your name?
Susan Gates. Now, isn't that about enough?
Okay, Susan, you better save your voice. During the next few hours, you're going to have to do a lot of talking.
I've been everywhere else. Is the fire in here?
Well, you'll have to stick around. When the cops get here, somebody will get burned. The firemen should have stuck around because the cops arrived in a blaze of glory. It was a very high-class investigation, 2 lieutenants. Finally, after about an hour, the police photographer ran out of flash bulbs, the office of the deceased ran out of fingerprints, and the lieutenants ran out of questions. So the on-the-scene phase of the investigation was closed. At about 5 minutes of 11, I left the police packing up their notebooks, their clues, and the body, and went into the outer office. Susan looked like she could use a big, broad shoulder to weep on, but unfortunately, I was wearing my light gray suit. About then, a dark blue suit and a deep green voice entered the room from the corridor.
There. There's a fellow out here says he belongs here. His name is Van Bruten.
What do you think? His name is on the door you just opened.
Oh. Well, now, my name happens to be Murphy, and it's on bids all over the country. But that don't mean I'm stuffed with feathers, does it?
Well, never cross tongues with an Irishman. All right, send him in, officer.
All right, you can go in.
The policeman out there. There's trouble here? I am Brian Van Bruten. Where is Mr. Perry?
What?
He is waiting for me, no?
No.
But my appointment...
He's not keeping any. He's dead.
Dead? This is not possible. Last night I saw him. He was well. What happened?
He was hit by a buzz bomb.
A buzz bomb?
Oh, please.
You mean that there was foul play?
Yes, it was very foul.
Oh, please. I may sit down. My first visit in all these years since before the war. It was to be so happy. But now tragedy like this. He was a good man, a good partner.
I understand that as of last night, you were no longer partners.
Yeah. I am glad you mentioned that. I realize, of course, that it is indelicate to speak of such things as money at a time like this, but that is why I am here, to receive my payment.
Just because Perry got his, there's no reason for you not getting yours, huh?
Oh, but you misunderstand me. I am deeply grieved, but, well, since the transaction was consummated, what is there to do? A delay would be a needless waste of money. I have already paid for passage back to Antwerp tomorrow.
Your check is here, Mr. Van Bruten.
Oh.
Here you are.
Yeah, thank you. In all of my years of business, this is indeed the saddest moment.
Yeah. Well, if I didn't have some work to do, I'd sit down with you, and we'd all have a good cry. Expense account item 3, 90 cents. Phone call to the home office.
Mr. Gordon's office.
Look, honey, this is Johnny Dollar. I want to speak to Mr. Gordon. While I'm telling him what I've got to tell him, maybe you'd better sit there in his lap with some smelling salts.
I'm not that type of a secretary. Besides, he doesn't have a lap.
Hello, Dollar. How are you making out?
Out? About $100,000.
What's that?
Yeah. You know, you should have sent me earlier. Somebody turned Mr. Perry into a firecracker just after I got here. He's dead.
Oh, that's bad news. Big policy.
Yeah, what I want to know is, shall I stay on the case?
Well, certainly, Dollar, by all means. Is there a chance of proving suicide? There's a non-payment clause.
Yeah, to make this one a suicide, there'd have to be a Santa Claus. Nobody could hate himself enough to do it this way.
What are the fraud possibilities?
Fair, there's an estranged wife. She's the beneficiary, but she wouldn't have been in a couple of weeks. Divorce coming up. I'll start with her.
All right, Dollar. Good luck. But watch those expenses.
Why, Gordon, I'm surprised. I think an insurance man would be the first to want to see a fellow live a little. Christine Perry's apartment was on Sutton Place overlooking the East River. I took the elevator up to the 24th floor, and there I discovered that our garden-fresh widow was living high in more ways than one. Everything about the place was French. The maid who led me into the living room through a long foyer, the decor, and the perfume which reminded you that breathing can be fun. I looked up from enjoying my nose to see Mrs. Perry looking down hers.
Mr. Dollar?
Mrs. Perry.
I believe we can dispense with the social amenities. You're an insurance investigator, interested in the death of my husband. So naturally, you're here because you've jumped to the conclusion that I killed him.
You're the one that's jumping to conclusions, lady. And careful you don't break your leg.
What do you want? The policy's in order? Premiums are fully paid.
You know, I'm not quite sure what I want. I know that you've got a great motive. So far, the only motive I've found.
You haven't had much time to look, have you?
Check. This is my first stop. Maybe you can help me. Do you know anyone who would be happier with your husband out of the way?
I know very little about my husband's friends. For that matter, his activities for the past 6 months. That's when I left him.
Well, that's not much help for either of us. You know, without someone else to suspect, I may just have to concentrate on you.
Mr. Dollar, I picked the men I want to concentrate on me.
I hope you're as long on alibis as you are short on temper. Where were you last night?
With a friend, Al Donovan. For a while, the same place my husband was. But I have witnesses to prove who was with him. Anybody at the Clover Club can tell you.
Save me a trip. I can't afford the prices they get over there.
Certainly. A pleasure. My husband was with his beautiful little secretary, Susan Gates.
Well, I wouldn't be more surprised if your late husband walked through that door and said...
All right, mister, that's enough.
Al!
Yeah.
How much did you hear?
I'm a big guy, baby, 6'4". I've got big ears to match.
Al, please.
Would this be Mr. Donovan, your companion of last evening?
I'm getting you out of here, Christine.
Al, you don't know what you're saying.
You lie to me. How can I help you if you lie to me? You call me stupid. The way you're playing this, you'll alibi yourself right into a cell. Now, I'm getting you out of here.
What are you doing to me, Al? You're crazy.
Come on.
She's right. You are stupid, Donovan. She was doing just fine till you dropped in.
Mister, you've been asking a lot of questions. Now I'm going to give you one answer. All right, Christine. So much for the wise guy. Now, about you and your alibi. You wasn't with me at the Clover Club last night. And if it's so easy to prove that your husband was there with his secretary, who were you there with? Remember, baby, you told me you were going to be with your husband.
When Al measured me for that swing, I measured my chances with him. To me, he looked like one of those corporate assets of Murder Incorporated. So I rolled with the punch and kept my eyes closed and ears open. What I heard was Christine's alibi flying out the window, Mr. Donovan giving her a few loving cuffs, and finally, the pair of them flying out the door. Just then, the noon whistle blew somewhere in New York, and I decided to allow myself the luxury of 1 full minute for lunch.
In just a moment, we'll return to the second act of Johnny Dollar. But first... And now we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Edmund O'Brien.
I spent the minute I took out for lunch eating a handful of Mrs. Perry's bonbons on the run. I hit the street just in time to see Donovan pushing Christine Perry into a cream-colored convertible. When they got rolling, I piled into an even yellower vehicle with a meter on it and started off crosstown playing tag through traffic. At 57th and Broadway, things got complicated. My cab was 3 cars behind them when a red light flashed them to a stop. Then the door of their car flew open, Christine dashed out across the street and melted into the river of humanity flowing down into the subway. Since Al Donovan didn't follow her, I followed him. When he finally pulled to a stop, he took 2 chances. He parked in a no-parking zone and walked straight into the building beside it, a police station.
This is Mr. Dollar, Lieutenant. He's been waiting for you.
Well?
My name is Johnny Dollar, Lieutenant. Here are my credentials.
Insurance, huh?
Yeah, the Perry murder in particular.
You've come to the right place, Dollar. A man named Donovan just walked in here and made a full confession.
He what?
That's right. My clerk's just typing it up. In the meantime, the gentleman is down in the tank having a bite of lunch on the city.
He confessed. Well, does his story add up?
As far as I know, I haven't heard too much about the case myself. It's not in my precinct.
Yeah, but what did he use for a motive?
Jealousy. Says he's in love, wanted to marry Perry's wife.
Did he say how he managed it?
Yeah, he stole a key to the office from the wife's apartment, entered the building last night, and wired the bomb to the buzzer system.
Well, I guess guys do a lot of strange things in the name of love.
It looks like Donovan did.
Yeah, he either killed the man or he's trying to cover up for someone who did. Say, Lieutenant, don't execute him for a couple of days, will you? I spent the rest of the afternoon downtown in the offices of Perry and Van Bruten, importers. The partners' correspondents told me 2 things. They had been extremely friendly, and Van Bruten was extremely bald. Perry had been sending him toupees from a famous Hollywood makeup firm. At 4:30, I got to the employment files, which rocked me with 2 minor explosions of their own. First, I learned that Al Donovan had been employed over a period of years as Perry's bodyguard, and that he had been canned the day before the murder. That confession of his, which had been a little hard to swallow, was suddenly more digestible. On top of this came blast number 2. The employment application of Perry's secretary, Miss Susan Gates, informed me that during the war, she had worked in a munitions plant, her specialty, wiring bomb fuses. When Miss Susan Gates reached home at 8:30, she found a visitor, me.
How did you get in here?
Professional secret.
Oh, you scared me. What do you want? Why did you come here this way?
I wanted to bring you the good news. I heard on the radio that Al Donovan confessed to Perry's murder.
Al? I can't believe it.
Why not? Who do you like for the spot?
Why, Christine. Al is covering up for her.
Well, I'd like to agree with you. If it turns out that Christine wound up her husband's life with a bang, the company that hired me saves $100,000. But I don't know. She claims she has all kinds of alibis. One of them is you.
Me?
Yeah. Did you see her at the Clover Club last night?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes,
Yeah, I know who you were with. Your boss.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. I'm not preaching a sermon. I want to know who she was with.
I don't know. A man I'd never seen before. Mr. Perry knew him, but he wouldn't tell me who he was.
Why not?
I don't know. He said I might get the wrong idea.
About what?
I don't know. We didn't sit there and talk about it all night, so why should we sit here and talk about it all night?
All right. Good heavens, when a census taker shows up and asks a lot of questions, people answer them. When an investigator tries to do his job, they make the proverbial clam look like a blabbermouth.
Look, Mr. Dollar, believe me. This has been a greater shock to me than to anyone else.
Yes, excepting, of course, your late employer, Mr. Perry. How long did you work for him?
4 years.
Where'd you work before then?
Well, I worked...
Let me help you. Bombs, huh? Wiring fuses. Remember?
All right. I remember.
Good. Maybe you'll remember a little more. Let's go back to last night. The guy with Christine Perry, who was he?
I tell you, I don't know.
Was it Van Bruten?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No.
I'll get that.
No, I'll go.
Just make sure you don't keep going. Susan! When Susan snapped the spring lock to open the door, the gun outside opened up. The first slug caught her in the left shoulder, spinning her out of the way of the rest of them. It was getting monotonous. Every time a buzzer went off, things started booming. Susan was sprawled out on the floor in front of the door, and to open it, I had to move her. By the time I did, the hallway outside was empty. Okay, now take it easy. Come on. Won't start hurting for a couple of minutes. We'll have a doctor here by then. He'll give you something. Please, try to keep calm. Here, what? I'll throw my coat over here. Now, try not to move.
You're going to ruin this rug.
Never mind the rug. What we want to worry about is who tried to ruin you.
What'll they do to me?
What'll who do to you?
They'll arrest me.
They don't arrest people for getting shot. You have any idea who it was?
That man in the office this morning. The one who picked up the check.
Van Bruten?
No, he wasn't Van Bruten.
He was a phony?
Yeah.
And you still gave him that check?
Yes.
Well, I won't ask you why. You gave him that check and then tried to blackmail him. Is that right?
They'll arrest me.
I wouldn't be surprised. Who is this guy? Where can I find him? Come on, don't pass out on me now. His name, quick, come on.
Ben Sands.
Where's he live?
Marsden Hotel.
Under his own name?
No, I don't...
I don't blame you. I could use a few moments of unconsciousness myself. The Marsden Hotel didn't have a Dutch name on the register, so I got a hold of the housekeeper and found out how many rooms her staff hadn't been able to make up all day because of no disturb signs on their doors, and then I went a-calling at those particular rooms. On the 9th floor, I wakened one old maid. On the 7th, I startled a bunch of poker players who thought they were being raided. And on the 4th, I struck the door of 427 and the jackpot.
Who's there? Don't you see the sign? I do not wish to be disturbed.
Sorry, I must have the wrong room. I started up the hall after the fire axe. When I got to it, I changed my mind. Out of the few things I learned about this guy, Van Sant, was that he loved to shoot people through doors. So I decided against trying to chop his down. Then I remembered the way those people came pouring out of those offices earlier in the day when they heard that fire alarm. So I picked up the little red hammer next to the big red fire axe, broke the little glass window, pulled the little brass hook, and set off a big brassy noise. And then I rushed back to 427. Fire! Fire! Hey, fire! Fire!
There's the fire.
Right here in my eyes, sweetheart.
Why you come here? You wish you don't?
Never mind the dresser. You're through shooting guns. What do you think, Van Sant? You want to try some more?
You cannot make me stay here. It's a fire. We will all die.
You'll look good barbecued, but I'll make a deal with you. You talk, and if I like what I hear, I'll show you how to get out of here alive.
How I know this?
You don't think I'm going to stay here and fry, do you? And if you don't start flapping that tongue in a hurry, I'll probably just tie you to a chair and run. So first, where is the real Van Bruten?
You will find him in the bedroom.
Yeah? He'd better be alive. He's out cold. What's the matter with him?
He will be all right. He's under sedatives.
Where did this identity switch start? Come on, hurry up, talk. I smell smoke.
I knew Van Bruten from Antwerp. I know about the sale of his interests. I know the girl in the office here had never seen Van Bruten. Look, we go now.
Don't get up. Come on, keep talking. I can feel it getting warm in here.
Ah, the firefighters. We will be safe.
Don't be too sure. They always start at the top floor and work their way down. Come on, I can hear those flames crackling.
You know the rest. Last night, when the transaction was all finished with Perry, I gave to Van Bruten some sedative in his cocoa.
So you set up that bomb so Perry would get it before you showed up to pick up the check, huh?
Yeah, I told you that. How the girl knows I am an imposter, I don't know.
Well, let me tell you. She's been sending old Van Bruten toupees for the last 4 years. Gray ones, my red-headed friend.
I can stand up now. We go out from here, no? We go out from here, no?
Yes, out cold. Expense account, item 4, $1.40. Night letter informing you that American Continental would have to meet payment of claim to Mrs. Christine Perry, innocent widow of the insured. The only thing she was guilty of was trying to stay on the right side of a hot-tempered boyfriend. She lied about who she was with at the Clover Club, not to fix herself an alibi, but to keep Al Donovan from learning that she'd been out with another man. That man being the real Mr. Van Bruten, who had only taken her out to try to talk her into reconciling with his friend, her husband. Expense account item 5, $100. Fine for turning in a false alarm, which, since you're paying it with me, is just fine. Expense account total, $463. Yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Paul Dudley and Gil Doud, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Featured in our cast were Walter Burke, Gene Bates, Joe Duvall, Ted DeCorsia, Joyce McCluskey, and Raymond Burr. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Beginning next week, we are moving to a new time and day, and we hope you'll join us on Tuesday evenings when Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
You, Mrs. Bloom, Molly Goldberg's famous invitation to fun in the Bronx now echoes across the country each Saturday night on CBS. It's the same fine brand of comedy mixed with a tear now and then that's made Molly and her whole family, Jake, Sammy, Rosalie, and the others, favorites for many years. CBS invites you to hear the Goldbergs on most of these same CBS stations this Saturday and every Saturday. This is Roy Rowan speaking. Disaster is no respecter of persons, and it can strike any time. But your Red Cross never sleeps. It has to be ready constantly in case of an emergency. This is your protection. Keep it strong. Now is the time to support Red Cross for your sake. Remember, for every dollar you gave before, this year add a quarter more. If you gave Red Cross $10 last year, this year give it $12.50. Give gladly. Join Red Cross. This is CBS, where yours truly, Johnny Dollar, meets adventure next Tuesday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Johnny Dollar.
Bob Douglas, Corinthian Life, Johnny. How soon can you leave for California?
Right away. My right big toe needs defrosting. What's the matter?
A policyholder, young fellow named Jefferson, went west on an oil deal and he's disappeared. It might be murder.
Well, I guess I'd better pack 2 shirts.
Looking for one man in a big state like California can be murder.
Edmund O'Brien in the transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Great Corinthian Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during process of search for your missing policyholder, Youthful Millionaire Alec Jefferson, or how they were drilling for oil, for what they struck was me. Expense account item 1, $186.13. Airfare, Hartford to Los Angeles. Item 2, $15. Hire car, airport to office of Rebel Wildcatters Incorporated on potential oil land in the New Hall, Saugus District. I arrived at 9:30 a.m. A handful of dirt dentists were hard at it, drilling at a rig not 30 feet from the shack-type office.
Pull it over, will it?
Better stand by, driver. My man may not be here. Morning. Can you tell me where I'll find Mr. Flaherty?
You're talking to him. I'm Mars Flaherty. What can I do for you?
My name is Johnny Dollar, Mr. Flaherty. Yeah. I've been sent out here by the Corinthian Life Insurance Company to see if I can get a track on your partner, Alec Jefferson.
I see. Well, it's their money you're spending, Dollar, so I don't care much if you waste it. But if you don't mind my saying so, I do think you're going to be wasting your time.
Well, I get paid by the day.
Then I guess you don't mind wasting time. Oh, look, don't get the idea I'm just naturally pessimistic. I'm not. It's just that I've already done a lot of looking for young Jefferson, and when that bird flew to coop, he didn't leave a feather you could trace him by.
Well, do you have any objection to giving me a few details?
No. Sit down. Not at all.
Thank you. To save time, maybe I'd better tell you what I already know.
Well, it can't be much.
It isn't. I suppose you realize Corinthian Life is the administrator of Jefferson's father's estate.
Yeah. I know that.
Well, having charge of the money, they naturally know that young Jefferson financed this operation.
That's right. His money, my experience. The only thing we needed was a little more luck.
Well, there you have it. That's all I've got. What can you tell me?
That whatever young Alexander got, he was asking for. For a guy built like a cream puff, he got mighty strong around here. Around an oil field, that isn't healthy even for a big guy. You know?
How do you mean he got strong?
Too much money, too much opinion. That mixed up with too many other men's women can mean trouble for anybody.
Any particular women?
Too many.
Mind telling me who they are?
No. As a matter of fact, I got a list right here. Yeah, you can have it. I already tried it.
Just one more thing.
Yeah?
How and when did he drop out of sight?
A week ago last night. Yeah, he left here at 5 o'clock for his apartment on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood. He never got there. I checked that, too. Here, yeah. Give me that paper back for a minute. I'll write down the address.
Thanks. Well, I'll be around. Oh, by the way, the first thing we try to figure out in my racket is who would benefit most. How would you like to have him found? Dead or alive?
Either way, Dollar. I can take it. I've lost partners before.
I spent the next 20 minutes on a long shot, thinking I could pick up some information from the drillers. But it was a long shot that missed. Those guys wouldn't have told me it was a nice day. The outdoor life having got me nowhere, I decided to give the indoor type a try. First stop, Jefferson's apartment on the Sunset Strip. The lock was foolproof, but I wasn't fooling. The joint was decorated in a lovely shade of hangover green. A series of alcohol rings from the bottoms of glasses carrying out the motif on all flat surfaces. In the living room, I found several pieces of loosely strewn feminine attire In the bedroom, I found one piece of loosely strewn female.
Hey, who are you? What do you want?
Oh, sorry. I understood this was Alec Jefferson's apartment.
It is?
Oh.
You can drop your eyebrows, mister. I'm his wife.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. I'm Mrs. Alec Jefferson. Pass me that robe, will you? Now to make coffee?
Yeah, why?
Well, how about making me some while I go put on a face?
I guess so.
You'll probably have to wash the percolator.
To me, the best grounds for divorce would be coffee grounds and an unwashed percolator. So I washed it. I also made the coffee, wondering the while how she had made the matrimonial grade. Right then and there, I'd have given her the Bad Housekeeping Award. She looked like the kind of a girl who could get into a beauty contest, but like she'd never win it. Any way you looked at her, she was a new complication. Your coffee's ready.
Yeah, thanks. Good. Find any clean cups?
No, but I washed, too. Here.
Thanks. Now, would you mind telling me who you are?
I'm an insurance investigator. I'm looking for your husband.
Well, we should find him. I could use some money.
How long have you two been married?
A few weeks. Why?
Routine question. Tell me, when was the last time you saw him?
I was waiting here for him the night he disappeared.
Any witnesses?
If I need him.
Okay. Tell me this. Do you have any idea why he disappeared or where he is?
Not the slightest.
Do you know a man named Morris Flaherty?
Yeah. Yeah, I sure do.
How well?
I was his girl.
So? By the way, have the police come to you yet?
No, I went to them. You see, I'm the one who reported Alec missing.
Do you know whether they've come up with anything?
Nothing much. Up until now, he's just a missing person. They put Alec's picture on a television every night. I don't know that they're doing much else. They keep calling him a Caucasian.
Look, please don't get so hysterical about this. It makes you so hard to question.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, I get it. Excuse me if I seem dense this morning.
Morning. It's 3 in the p.m.
All right, so everything about me's wrong.
That's right.
Look, you can think that I married him for his money if you want to. Suppose you're used to suspecting everybody of everything. But have you heard? There are two sides to every marriage. Do I look strong enough to have carried him to the altar?
I never weighed him. But answer me this. If he swept you off your feet, why did he pull a fade out in the middle of the honeymoon?
What should I know? Maybe he'd never seen a dame without makeup on before and had to go someplace to think it out. I wonder if there's anything to eat. I'm hungry.
Look, I think I'd better be going. I'm not much of a cook. When you're working on a case, your nerve ends are easily disturbed. So when I left the house and saw a hardtop blue Plymouth parked opposite the apartment, mine clanged an alarm. In the car sat an equally hard-topped man reading holes in a newspaper. I gave him the slow walk-away and quick turn treatment, and I caught him with his newspaper down. Then I had to go into my act. Why, George, you old son of a gun.
Huh?
Oh, my gosh, it's good to see you.
What are you talking about? My name ain't George.
What? Well, I'll be. What you know is I came out of the house, I got half a look at you, and as I started to walk away, the face registered. Why, mister, you're a dead ringer for an old school pal of mine, George Pfeiffer. Now, how do you like that? Look, come here. Let me take a closer look. Come here.
All right, look out.
Sleep tight. Okay, Sleeping Beauty, over you go. I'll drive. I turned the car up into the Hollywood Hills, found an empty house with a for sale sign out front and a garage out back, and drove in. His wallet was bulging with everything but money and information. An ID card gave his name as Philip Wilkins, his occupation as private detective. The next fact I came up with was that Mr. Wilkins was a light sleeper. He came to find me still fishing through his wallet.
Hey, give me that.
Okay, hold it, mister. Take it easy. Here, you can have your wallet back. Now, keep calm, and everything's going to be all right. If you don't, I'll have to give your whiskers another dusting.
Oh, look, what's a big idea? What'd you slug me for?
You know why, Mr. Wilkins. Because you had a plant on me, and I figured if you were that curious about me, I wanted to know more about you.
You're nuts. I wasn't watching you. I was watching that house you come out of. There's a dame in there that I'm getting paid to tail.
I can't afford to be convinced of that. Who hired you?
I'm not telling. You or anybody else, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, word travels fast. First you tell me you're not watching me, then you also tell me you know who I am.
So what? Is that illegal? You went to see the dame that I'm watching. I was told you'd probably be around, and you was. You'll be in my report.
If you're healthy enough to make it. What were you really doing with that stakeout? Were you watching the apartment, waiting for somebody to show up? Do you really have a tail on Mrs. Jefferson? Or did you follow me in from the oil fields?
Why should I follow you? Maybe you and I got the same approach to this case. You found him yet?
No, but it's still early. Who else is interested in finding Jefferson?
Well, I hear he's quite a playboy. Maybe one of his playmates wants him served with breach of promise papers. Oh, come on, Donald, let's face it. I can't tell you who I'm working for. You know that. It ain't ethical.
It's not ethical to let yourself get picked up as easily as I picked you up either. But let it go. I don't suppose by any chance you know a man named Mars Flaherty.
Know him? I'd like to see one of his derricks fall on him.
Why so? What did he do to you?
A couple of days ago, I went out there to try and sell him some information. He had 3 of his men beat me up and throw me off the oil field.
Yeah?
What's with that look? Would you believe me?
Who knows? You might be telling me you hate Mars Flaherty to keep me from thinking you're working for him.
I think you better get out of this car and let me drive away, Dollar. You're in a lot of trouble.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? I can have you pulled in for kidnapping.
If that's what you have in mind, then first you'd better get a few witnesses for yourself. Now, come on. Suppose you calm down for a minute. If you really hate that guy, well, maybe we can make a deal.
If it's against him, I'll deal with him.
How much do you know about Flaherty?
My bookie's marked lousy from way back. He's promoted about 50 wells, and none of them ever happened. He's wild to hit oil. It's my guess that he's got a hunch that this is the big one. That's why I think his partner disappeared.
Yeah, what difference would that make? Even if his partner turned up dead, Flaherty would still have to split any profits with young Jefferson's estate.
Maybe not. I know they had a queer deal.
Well, who'd know about that deal besides Flaherty and Jefferson?
I don't know. But I do know one way of finding out what it is.
How's that?
Flaherty keeps all his papers in the safe in his office. I've even got the combination. I'll give it to you.
You keep it. Wilkins, I still don't know who you're trying to get even with, Flaherty or me. So what I'm going to do is give you half a break. Then I'll only be taking half a chance.
Yeah, then why don't you want the combination to the safe?
I don't need it. You're going to open that safe. Because you're going out there with me. Tonight.
Here. This window.
Okay.
Now, here. You handle the glass cutter.
Right.
Now, look. Here's what we do. I'll wet this suction cup. Get a grip on the glass, see? Now, you cut around the outside edge, and I'll lift the paint out in one piece.
Lesson number 1, straight from the burglar's handbook.
There's a little tap with the knuckle. That's it. Okay. All right, in we go.
You first.
Okay. Now, the safe is over here.
Get your fingers over that flashlight. For all I know, you might still turn out to be the local Paul Revere.
Yeah, that's right. I might. Here. your whole life.
Thanks, I will. Go on, get to work.
All right. I'm as anxious to get this over with as you are. Give me a little more light, will you?
Okay.
There you are. All right, go to it.
You go to it. You reach in. And if your hand comes up with anything heavier than papers, I'll cream your skull.
Will you stop your worrying? Here. Nothing here. Nothing. No. All right, you got him, that's all.
Stay down there. I don't want to walk off with anybody's government bonds. Here. I got all I want. You put these back.
All right.
Now, close it up.
All right, now, come on. Let's get out of here.
Just a minute, Wilkins. I gotta have a good look at these papers.
You can look at them later. Come on, let's go.
Look, this I'll give you for free. And it's the difference between being a $4 a day private detective and a $10 one. What you've got printed in your memory, nobody can take away from you. So hold your horses while I take a look at this partnership agreement.
All right. But hurry up, will you? I got a couple of watchmen around here.
Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's go. You first. Okay, back to the car. Make it fast and easy. Get in. Over here. You drive. You know, Wilkins, I had a clammy feeling for a while back there that we weren't going to make it.
Don't go starting any celebrations. You didn't make it.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, and youngly Johnny Dollar to Bing, Gary Cooper, and young Gary this Wednesday. Now we return to yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Edmund O'Brien.
There I was, wearing a gun muzzle for a back collar button. My left leg picked up the nervous vibrations of my front seatmate, Philip Wilkins. Mars Flaherty in the back seat was so close I could almost identify the brand of the bourbon he'd been drinking.
I suppose you got what you went into the office after, huh?
I not only got it, I memorized it, and it makes you look bad.
Yeah, then I don't have to explain to you why I don't want you two guys or the paper running around town on the loose.
Well, it's a corporate paper. That means it's on file somewhere. So what difference does it make?
Start the car.
Where are we going?
To my house. Go ahead, get going.
Okay, Wilkins, you better roll. What's at your house?
The reason that paper makes a difference right now. The guy you came here looking for showed up.
Alec Jefferson, where is he?
He's where we're going. My place.
Well, then I guess maybe my employers have got nothing to worry about.
Nothing but paying off on his life insurance. Alec Jefferson's dead. Here, Dollar, here's the key. To open the door. Stand next to him, Wilkins. Close. The light switch is on your right. There's your boy, Dollar.
Died young, didn't he?
Yeah, the thing is, it looks like he died in my house. Now, what do I do now?
If you're putting on an innocent act, you're doing pretty good, Flaherty. How's the rest of it going?
Look, I've been around killings before, so I know how the rest of it goes. The cops take one look at this, they grab me, and before that happens, I got some work to do.
So have I been around killings before, and I know how the rest of your story goes. You came into your house and you found him. Somebody hit Jefferson over the head with that piece of firewood to get rid of him and make you look guilty. You're being framed.
Huh?
The next chapter reads you've got 8 witnesses to prove you were at a church social at the probable time of death.
That's the way I wish it read, but I haven't got any witnesses. I've been on the loose out in the hills ever since I saw you this morning.
Oh, yeah? What are you, a nature lover?
An oil man. In my racket, you never stop sniffing. When I came back and found him here, I headed it for the office. I wanted that paper you got out of the way for the time being.
Would that gun of yours object if I looked the body over?
Help yourself.
Thank you.
Any idea how long he's been dead, Dollar?
Oh, hard to tell. Feels like quite a while. Could have happened before I met you.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Hey, Flaherty.
Huh?
You ever see this before?
Well, what is it?
An earring?
No, let me see that.
Yeah, hands off. Don't touch it. That's another $4 detective move. You don't touch evidence. You draw a mental picture of it. What are you trying to do? Involve yourself or uninvolve a client? How about it, Flaherty? Do you have any idea who that earring belongs to? Maybe one of the dames on that list you gave me, huh?
I wish I could get away with lying to you, Dollar, but I don't think I'm in a position to try. Huh? It belongs to Ada.
Oh? Jefferson's wife?
Not legally.
What do you mean?
I married her in Mexico in 45. She must have liked the scenery. She took Jefferson down there and went through a ceremony with him 2 weeks ago.
Without divorcing you?
That's right.
You guys really turned out to be partners. Now, how about that earring? How do you know it belongs to Ada?
Well, it's one of a set I bought for her about 6 months ago. Well, I might as well tell you. They'd find out anyway.
Uh-huh. Well, I don't suppose you're in the mood to let me do what I want to do.
What's that?
Call the police.
No, not yet.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. With this piece of evidence that just turned up, you're wasting your time holding on to us. What you should be doing is getting to Ada before she flies the coop. That would really fix you up.
Sure would.
I don't want to see her get loose any more than you do.
Then I guess we better go pay Ada a visit.
You got is one lousy earring, and if you think I'm going to stand here and listen to you try to pin a murder on me, you're nuts. Mars never bought me anything. He never gave me any earrings.
How about it, Flaherty?
That's too bad, Ada. If I thought there was a chance to help you, I would. But your earring was laying right there on the floor next to his body.
Why, you oily monster, you. What are you trying to do to me? Why, if anybody had reason to kill Alec, you did, you miserable thief.
Now, wait a minute, Ada. Don't make yourself look worse by throwing a lot of accusations around. I know about the contract between Alec and Mars. In case of death, the survivor gains full control of the oil field. But a good piece of evidence will beat out a good piece of motive in any court in the country, and you've got both working against you.
Get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about.
I think I do. Knowing about that agreement, you married both these guys. Those Mexican marriages are just weak enough to help you beat a bigamy rap if it came to that. And just strong enough to help you collect if either of your husbands died. Your next move would be to divorce the one that was still living and take advantage of the California community property laws.
Oh, you've got it all figured out, haven't you?
Well, not quite. I haven't figured out why young Jefferson went to all the trouble of dropping out of sight and then showed up to get himself murdered.
I think I can tell you.
It was about time you told us something.
I was working for Alec Jefferson. That's why I couldn't tell you, Dollar. I was getting paid to help him stay out of sight and keep my eye on these two. The contract had him worried. But when I uncovered the bigamy and told him about it, he decided to go to Flaherty and try and straighten it out, man-to-man basis.
You know that, Ada?
No. I don't know anything about anything.
That's a lie. I was with him this morning when he called you. He told you he was going out there. You had plenty of time to get out there and wait for him.
You can't get away with it. You can't prove anything. Now get out of here!
Not before
Never mind the gun, Flaherty. I got her.
No, let me go.
Hey, none of that. Around you go. That's better. Yeah, much better. Now, come on, Angel, across the room. Well, Flaherty, don't you think I'd better call the police now?
I'm afraid there's nothing else to do.
Okay, then you hold her.
You get your hands off me. You dirty fucking...
Get me police, operator. My name is Dollar. I'm calling from apartment 3C, Horizon View Apartments, Sunset Strip. I've got a murderer here for you. It's out in Newhall, but that can wait. Well, dead bodies usually do, but you never can tell about a killer. Well, that's it. You got a good tight hold on her, Flaherty?
Yeah, I can handle it.
Good. Then handle this.
Are you nuts? What'd you do that for?
I wanted to keep him on ice till the police get here. Mars Flaherty is our boy.
What?
Come here, Ada.
What is it?
Wilkins, take a look at her ears.
What? I don't see nothing wrong with them.
Well, that's just it. That earring we found near the body, it was made for a pierced ear. Ada's aren't. She never could have worn it. Moral? If Flaherty had been a nice enough guy to buy jewelry for his wife when he had her, he wouldn't have bought the wrong kind of earring when he wanted to set her up as a patsy. The police traced his purchase of same to a Main Street pawn shop. But what really nailed him was the biggest switch of all. Since the murder weapon was a shaft of rough bark firewood, there were no fingerprints on it. But by the same token, there were weapon prints on Flaherty's fingers. A batch of tiny splinters under the skin. Inasmuch as my own girl furnished the practice which made me perfect on this case, I assume you will not be annoyed at my listing expense account item 3, $65, one pair gold earrings inscribed to Olga with love. Item 4, $187.13 return transportation Los Angeles to Hartford. Expense account total, $711 signed yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Paul Dudley and Gil Doud, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, DOA. Featured in our cast were Michael Ann Barrett, Ed Max, and Tony Barrett. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Be sure to join us next Tuesday evening when Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of
yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Blizzards in the western states, floods in Texas, hurricanes in Florida, tornadoes in Louisiana. Wherever disaster strikes, the American Red Cross stands ready to lend assistance. The Red Cross helps victims not only at the terrifying moment when disaster strikes, but also in rehabilitation. This is just one of the many nationwide activities of the Red Cross. Give generously to its latest drive. Now stay tuned for the adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follows immediately on most of these stations. This is CBS, where yours truly, Johnny Dollar, meets adventure next Tuesday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System. Time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
Get out of bed and get your gumshoes on, Johnny. You're going to be busy.
Who's this?
Ed Bonner, and I'm calling you from Hartford. Heard you were in Boston this week. Get over to the Elwood Faber department store right away.
Oh, call me later, Ed, would you? It's still 8 o'clock in
Look,
the
we
morning.
got $300,000 worth of liability insurance on their fur department.
Sure, later.
Now they haven't got a fur department anymore. Just had 85 minks stolen.
What?
Edmund O'Brien, in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Mr. Ed Bonner, Mutual Liability Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures incurred during investigation of burglary affecting policy issued to Elwood Faber Department Store, Boston, Massachusetts, or the 85 Little Minks. Expense account. Item, $1.90. Taxi fare to Stewart Street entrance of Elwood Faber Department Store, where a police emergency ambulance was standing open. 2 police officers were helping a man in a white coat load a blanket-wrapped figure onto the ambulance litter. I got my first information from the intern.
Ah, what's up? Oh, I didn't work the wagon. I pick up where everything else left off. This guy's name's Cronin. He's a night watchman here.
Dead?
Oh, about an inch away. We already gave him a transfusion upstairs. If the bullets don't kill him, the exposure will.
What does that mean?
Besides holes in his chest, he's also got frostbite. Somebody plugged him, let him lay in the cold storage vault where they keep the furs.
How long ago?
Oh, who knows? All right, Percy, wind it up. Let's get out of here. Come on.
An assorted group of reporters and cameramen seemed to be converging toward a freight elevator just inside the store entrance. I converged with them, and we all rode up to the 5th floor, where 2 plainclothesmen from burglary detail stopped us. I showed my ID card, argued for 5 minutes, and finally got a frown and a thumb jerk. I walked across 35 yards of expensive carpeting through a cubbyhole office door into a large room. Standing in front of a huge refrigerated vault was a tall man in a black Stetson. His name was Delaney. We shook hands.
Quite a thing, Dollar. Some guys walked out of here last night with 85 mink coats. It's a mess. You got a cigarette?
Yeah, sure. Here you are.
Thanks. Store's going to be closed all day while the burglary squad goes over it with everything they got. You can do what you have to do, too.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I appreciate that. What do you figure, freight elevator or stairs?
Either or both. I don't know. They must have had a panel truck or a big limo in that alley.
Yeah, I noticed that on my way up. It'd keep any car hidden from the street, and they'd be able to work without being bothered.
I got a man coming down to check for tire tracks, but it won't do any good. Whoever they were, they did it quiet, and they did it neat.
Neat? Yeah. But quiet?
You mean that night watchman, Cronin?
Well, there must have been some noise when he walked into them and got shot.
I hope he lives to tell us something. He's in tough shape.
How about this?
The vault? Just like the banks have, only smaller. And you can also hang meat in it. Not pried or blasted or cut into, just plain old-fashioned tumbler work.
Sandpapered fingers and all.
That wouldn't surprise me. Somebody was plenty good. Not even marks of a jimmy or pry tool to feel an edge. Just picked and plucked as nice as you please, and 14 little tumblers fell back. The door swung open.
I thought that kind of thing stopped with Jimmy Valentine.
Yeah, so did I.
Who reported it?
A guy named Dmitri Stroganoff, manager of the fur department. Come on. He's in his office now giving a statement of a couple of my boys. You can have a listen in.
All I can say, I ask you, gentlemen, that I just thought...
There's your pigeon, Dollar.
How could
80
such
of you?
things happen to Dmitri Stroganoff? Aha! Lieutenant Delahanty.
Mr. Stroganoff, this is Mr. Dollar. He represents your insurance company.
Oh, your acquaintanceship, Mr. Dollar, above all else, I am glad to make. Aha! 85 mink coats, valued at $300,000, coin of the realm. You have, of course, brought check for same, yes?
No.
What?
The adjuster will do that, Mr. Stroganoff. I'm an investigator, but don't worry.
Week by week, month by month, 14 years, I get 2 wards from the insurance company. 2 wards, pay premium. Now it's Stroganoff's turn to say back is 2 wards. Pay Stroganoff.
Believe me, Mr. Stroganoff, your money's waiting for you in a vault in a bank in Hartford where nobody can get it but you.
Waltz, ba, ba, pa.
Suppose you go right on with your statement, Mr. Stroganoff. We have to have it, you know.
Why is my 8 for mink in this direction? I answer you. Customer telephones Friday. Send over mink coat right away, she says. I send. Night comes, she wears coat to party. To breakfast next morning, she's also wearing coat. Maybe eggs she's eating. To party Saturday and to cocktail Sunday also. Monday, aha. My husband does not like coat. I'm sending back, she says. Mink.
Real tough, Mr. Stroganoff. You can never tell what people will do next.
Dmitri Stroganoff can tell.
Look, if you'll just answer a few questions...
This morning, even as I arise, comes to me a feeling of doom. Yes,
Yes. Well, now about...
Something is going to happen bad, I said to myself. And when I get here, no, even before I get here, I slip and fall. No, even before that. Parking ticket for too long pass. No, even before that.
He went on like that for quite a while, and the police stenographer took down every word. His whole testimony typed up into 23 single-spaced pages. But only the following was of any use. Stroganoff arrived at the store at approximately 8:45, found the vault door open and inside the wounded watchman Cronin, also the mink coats gone. Stroganoff notified insurance company. Stroganoff notified police, in that order. Expense account, item. $1.35 for 2 ham sandwiches, 2 bottles of beer, all of which I shared with Lieutenant Delaney in Stroganoff's office.
All kinds of heists. Jewels, trucks, cars, banks. But this is the best so far. A real 14-carat double-breasted A-number-1 dilly. That's what it is, Dollar. How'd they get in that safe?
They just opened it up and walked in the same way you walk in your own front door, Lieutenant.
Yeah, but how? Who's that good?
Who? Well, there's the creepy kid. They always say he's that good.
You and me both know Creepy died 12 years ago at Dunamore.
And there was Dancing Dan Marathon.
Dancing Dan? He couldn't open a 2-bit padlock if he had the key. Who is good, Johnny? Who could do it?
I wish I knew.
Stroganoff's the only one in the store who knows the combo. The only one. But I don't know.
But you aren't taking any chances. Didn't I see 2 of your men tail him out of here?
You bet your life you did. And by the way, didn't you put in a call to your office and have him checked on?
You bet your life I did.
Cop work. All the time we got... Delaney. Yeah. Hi, Richie. Well, give it to me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, thanks. Hospital, Dollar.
The night watchman?
Cronin died 10 minutes ago without saying a word.
Mm-hmm. I was hoping he'd be able to fill in some gaps.
Well, he does. At least one.
Which one?
The other watchman's story about playing the radio.
Yeah. What other watchman?
Al Reedy. Oh, I'm sorry, Dollar. Maybe you passed him on.
Well, tell me about him. Was he shot, too?
No. We questioned him first thing this morning. You see, Cronin made the rounds, and Reedy held down the office. Reedy didn't know nothing about anything last night. He was listening to his radio in his office downstairs.
What gap does that fill?
And Doc says Cronin got it with a .32. That'd fit. They don't make much noise, and a man leaning into a radio close.
Reedy, huh? Well, where can I find him?
Right here. He's waiting in the locker room. Why, do you want to talk to him?
Yeah. Mind?
Oh, help yourself, Dollar.
Thanks.
Oh, Dollar.
Yeah?
You're looking for $300,000 worth of mink coats. I'm looking for a killer. Don't be a wise guy when you do your poking around, huh?
I'll try to keep my nose clean, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
Hello. You Al Reedy?
You another cop?
In a way, yeah.
In what way?
Insurance investigator.
All right, Mr. Insurance Investigator. Am I supposed to tell you something that'll tip the whole thing?
No, Mr. Night Watchman. You're just supposed to tell me how things went for you last night.
Swell. I sat in my office from 10 to 6, went home, went to bed. Got picked up by 2 big flat-footed coppers at 7:30. And here I am. How'd things go with you last night?
You sound a little put out, Reedy. Or are you used to places being heisted where you work?
What kind of a nasty crack is that?
What'd you see in here last night while you were doing all your night watching?
Nothing.
No freight elevator moving?
No.
No sounds on the stairs?
No.
And you didn't hear the shots that plugged Cronin?
No, I didn't.
Why?
Because I sit in my office and listen to disc jockeys. The radio's liable to smother a lot of noise.
Wrong answer.
Well, the cops like it.
I don't.
Give me a better one.
I'll have to look for it. But I'll find it, mister.
Sure you will. Sure you will. But you'll never find those guys who tromped off with those coats last night.
You sound awful sure of that.
I am. Because you'll spend all your time on someone like me trying to make something out of nothing just to show everybody how good you are.
Reedy, if you're clean, you haven't got anything to worry about.
Well, maybe, but answer me this. Who's going to say when a guy's clean? When he's right or wrong? A lot of filing cabinets in a building somewhere? Answer me, investigator. Who knows? Who's going to say? Let me alone. Just let me alone.
I didn't know what to make of Al Reedy, but I did know I wanted to know more about him. At the personnel office, I pulled out his application card. It looked good enough, and then I suddenly put it back. I had a hunch, and I headed for the Middleton Safe Company. The president and chief designer of the Middleton Safe Company was standing under a blue light in the center of a newly completed vault. He seemed lost in the huge room of shiny, gleaming metal all around him.
Please excuse me for not receiving you in my office, Mr. Dollar.
Inspection day?
Something like that. Now, this is what I call the Big Haze. Beautiful, isn't she? Completed a fortnight ago for a firm of South American bankers.
You work on the safes and vaults yourself, Mr. Middleton.
Indeed, I do. The drama of it captured me as a youth. To compose and weld and conform metal into an impregnable stronghold. Oh, it's fascinating, huh?
Yes, of course.
Fine metal, case-hardened, perfectly alloyed Ohio steel. Strength, Mr. Dollar. Strength. But then I bore you, sir. And now then, why are we meeting?
So you can tell me something about safes and vaults, Mr. Middleton?
Oh, I dare say I could, sir. But I'm afraid you'll have to be more specific.
All right. Tell me about the kind of vault you manufactured for the Elwood Faber department store.
A vault for... Oh, yes, the fur vault. Oh, yes, of course. What precisely do you wish to know about that vault?
How someone could open it without knowing the combination.
Oh, an impossible occurrence.
Have you read the morning papers?
Papers? What about them?
That particular vault was opened last night and all the furs taken.
What do you say? Looted? Well, that's impossible.
It happened. That's why I'm here.
This is quite a... Oh, dear me, Mr. Dollar. Of course, you'll want a thorough account from my organization.
Of course.
And I shall be glad to furnish you with any information that might be helpful.
I'd like to know how the combination was set and who knows it.
But I'd have to know the serial numbers on that particular vault.
Yeah, try these.
Oh, well, you're a very efficient man, Mr. Dollar. I see you've jotted them down. Well, let's go up to my office and look them up. Oh, no, sir. That won't be necessary. I recognize these serials. D4536. Oh, D. Oh, D stands for Dana. Mr. Dana set the final combination.
Mr. Dana?
My chief engineer for years.
And who else besides him would know it?
Myself and the person in proper authority at Elwood Faber, of course.
Well, that would be Stroganoff. Anyone else here?
No, sir.
I'd like to talk to Mr. Dana, then.
Well, I'm afraid that's quite impossible, sir.
Oh?
Albert Dana has been dead for 7 years.
Up to and including that point, I had a whole lot of nothing to go on. But by the time I got back to Boylston Street, heading for my hotel, things began to happen. A police car pulled up at the curb, and a familiar Stetson on top of a familiar head leaned out of the window.
Hey, Dollar, yo.
Yeah, hello, Delaney.
Hop in. Just come by to get you. I thought you might be interested in a guy.
What guy?
The one we found floating down the Charles River an hour ago.
Who is he?
I don't know. But it looked like he's got the same enemies as a night watchman named Cronin.
Huh?
Yeah. There were 232 slugs in him. We wouldn't have picked it so fast, only that's the second pair been through ballistics in one day.
And they match?
Like your two front teeth. The same gun killed the night watchman and the guy in the river.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of Johnny Dollar. But first, it's a family night on the Bing Crosby Show again this Wednesday. Brother Bob and Bing's son Gary already have scored with the Groner this month. And tomorrow night, Bing's 14-year-old twins, Philip and Dennis, make their debut as a guest team. You'll hear the kids trying to sell Dad a membership in the Bing Crosby Fan Club, a scheme that backfires. And you'll hear some rare and wonderful singing. CBS cordially invites you to hear the Bing Crosby Show this Wednesday and every Wednesday over most of these same CBS stations. Now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
I spent half the night at the city morgue and police headquarters with Lieutenant Delaney, examining the body they found in the Charles River and trying to identify him. All the labels were ripped out of his clothes and the laundry marks were cut off. We were left with just his physical characteristics and fingerprints. The mug file didn't duplicate him, and the prints didn't check with anything in town, so they sent them to the FBI in Washington.
I got to my hotel at 4 a.m. to get some sleep, and I got it. 3 of the shortest hours worth I ever had.
Dollar?
I'll tell her when he comes in.
This is Ed Bonner, Johnny. How would you like to be fired?
Huh? Oh, yeah, Mr. Bonner, sir. What can I do for you?
Turn up with 85 mink coats. What have you been doing since yesterday? Sleeping?
Bonner, I've run my legs down to my knees, honest. I've been trying to find out something, anything. I've peeked into so many corners, I've got television eyes.
And I've got a weak heart. Unless we find those furs in 24 hours, we have to pay off Elwood Faber $300,000.
Well, what are you going to do? Take it out of my pay?
We have to. We'll start by selling your body to a medical school. Please, Johnny, do something.
Bonner, what's Elwood Faber's financial position?
AAA. Couldn't be better. They wouldn't steal him.
How about the fur man, Stroganoff?
He's always had money. Family.
All right, Bonner, I'll keep after it. I'll call you when I get something.
Johnny, don't take my shouting personally, but this is a big one. Give it everything you got.
I forced myself to get out of bed, take a shower, and get my clothes on. I started for the door and had no idea where I was going
Aha, Mr. Dollar.
when somebody did my thinking for me.
To see you personally, I Stroganoff, maestro of the Elwood Faber Fur Department, MES.
Do you have any news?
News. Every paper in the country it should hit twice. Never in my 30 years of association with that foul little beast, the mink, has anything like this happened.
What happened?
You wouldn't believe me.
Look, I'm pretty gullible.
Well, it's incredible. I don't blame you for not believing me.
Are we going to keep up this game, or do you tell me?
Don't get huffy with Stroganoff. I will tell you. This morning, wrapped in dirty cardboard box, is arriving at the fur department. Guess what? A mink coat. Incredible?
Incredible indeed. You mean one of the coats was returned by mail?
Right.
Well, that's encouraging.
I am not overjoyed. You still owe me for 84 coats.
Item, $1.90 for cab fare to Elwood Faber. It didn't make any sense that the men or man who committed murder to make the heist would return anything. But one coat had come back. And in the pocket, I found a small piece of slick cardboard. It was only 1/3 of an inch long, but there were 3 words on it. Country Club Dance. I was lucky. The country club secretary had a guest list, and one name on it stuck out like the nose on Jimmy Durante. Patricia Reedy.
Yes?
Oh, Miss Reedy?
Yes. Who are you?
Name's Johnny Dollar. Your father is employed at Elwood Faber, isn't he?
That's right, but
Is he in now?
he's probably in bed. May I help you?
Oh, I don't know. I saw you at the country club dance the other night.
Oh, were you there?
Oh, I couldn't keep my eyes off you. Especially when you had that mink coat on.
The mink. Well,
Talk with this guy, Pat. What do you want, Dollar?
Some information.
Patty, will you make some coffee or something?
all right, Dave. Anything else?
Oh, nothing I can't handle. Okay, Dollar, what are you doing here? Who asked you into my house?
My job. I came to find out about a mink coat that showed up at Elwood Faber this morning.
Look, let's go out in the hall and talk.
Okay. All right, Reedy, let's hear it.
Now, don't go into a long song and dance. I'll tell you everything. Just the way it was.
And I'd be real interested. The way I figure it, you helped in the theft. You maybe even killed Cronin. You kept one of the coats, but you got scared you might be caught with it, so you sent it back. Your daughter left the dance ticket in the pocket.
All right. Here's the story right down the line. I didn't help in the heist. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even know what was happening. Like I told you, I was in my office, listening to the radio.
Tell me, Reedy. You ever been arrested?
Well, Dollar, you're smart enough to find it out sooner or later. I served time, sure. You might as well know. Lots of it.
Elwood Faber would be interested to know a trusted watchman served time.
Well, what'd you expect me to do when I got out? Curl up and die? I gotta live, too. I'm straight now, Well, almost. I had a wife and a kid. The wife died. You've seen the kid in there. 13 years of her life, she had nothing. But now I'm trying to make up for that. Everything I do is for her, not for me.
What about the coat?
Sure, I took it. I borrowed it. Or the safe was locked up for the night. I've been borrowing stuff right along. Whenever my kid needed anything, I always return them in good shape. Told Pat they let me do it. She don't know nothing.
That's kind of a strange philosophy.
I don't even know how to spell philosophy. But I do know this. That girl in there has a life ahead of her. Her mind's behind me. I got to give her every chance I can to look good, to act good, to use her brains, to meet the right people and go to the right places. Not just for dough, you understand, a millionaire husband, but just for a right guy and a fair crack at happiness.
Uh-huh.
You guys are all the same. You work from a little book, printed directions. Everything's black and white in life. Nobody's human. Oh, well, that's that. I don't know what you're going to do, but I hope it don't blast that kid's life to pieces.
Reedy, you should have thought of this a long time ago.
I don't want any lectures.
You'll shut up and you'll listen to me. I think I believe you. You're right. Maybe we do work from printed directions a little too much. Well, I can use a little judgment on my job. I think, for now, I'll forget everything you've told me and forget where that coat came from. Go on back to bed. Go on, Reedy.
Well, I didn't expect that from you, Dollar.
Reedy, I know what bad breaks are like, too. Oh, come on. Look, you'll have me doing that in a minute.
Hey, Dollar, I don't go in for this stool pigeon stuff. I never have. Well, now, I see it another way. It doesn't matter what you tell as long as you tell it to the right guy.
What does that mean?
I'm going to give you something. It'll take them at least 24 hours to identify the guy they found in the Charles River. Picture in the paper this morning. Well, I can tell you right now who he is.
Who is he?
Ted Gray. Worked in Elwood Faber about 6 weeks. Was fired 2 weeks ago.
How do you know?
Oh, I just know.
Personnel at Elwood Faber confirmed Ted Gray had worked there and was fired for insubordination. His address was 1432 Parkhurst Avenue, and I was over there in 15 minutes. It was an ordinary, undistinguished apartment house. No one answered when I knocked at apartment 12A, but the door was unlocked. Except for the furniture, the room had almost nothing to offer. I poked around for half an hour before I saw the phone numbers written on the wallpaper next to the phone. There were 14 numbers, and I started calling them right down the line. The first 7 produced such things as Ling Chi Chinese Hand Laundry, the Happy Hour Liquor Store, and several other things that didn't have the particular information I needed. On the 8th call, I got results. Hello? Is Harry there?
Harry? Harry who?
Harry Gordon.
But I'm sorry. You must have the wrong number.
Oh. Sorry.
That's quite all right.
Maybe he didn't know Harry, but I knew him. At least his voice. I called Lieutenant Delaney and told him where I was going. It was dark by the time I got to the Middleton Safe Factory. There was a single work light spreading a sickly yellow glow over the main floor of the loading platform. There wasn't a sound when I entered. That was too good to last. It went off somewhere in the darkness, and I dropped behind a medium-sized safe and waited for a gun flash.
Dollar! Johnny Dollar! What are you doing here?
Looking for 84 mink coats, Middleton.
I thought that was you on the phone, Dollar. How much money do you make?
Not much, but save your breath. You're going to need it to run.
A man of your talents could do a lot in South America. With 100,000 and a business.
I could never remember all those Spanish verbs. Thanks.
Have you got anybody coming?
Lots of people, Middleton. Lots.
If I hit you, how'd I know you weren't a burglar? You know, I'll never give up.
And you'll have to shoot better than that.
You missed me 10 feet.
Oh, my windage screw is off. Is that the 32 you used on Ted Gray?
No. This time I have a Luger. For special work. Like a blister.
Oh! That Luger didn't help you much, Middleton.
What an ignominious end.
Yeah, you blew a good life.
Well, I could never find what I wanted.
Look, I know why you kicked the watchman over, but why your own boy, Gray?
He was in on the deal with me, but held out a coat for himself.
That shows you how wrong you can be. It wasn't Ted Gray. You see, Middleton... Oh.
Dollar!
Over this way.
You've been shooting up the town, Dollar. Now, what's this?
Jessup K. Middleton, he's your boy.
Yeah, boy, for what?
For the fur heist and the bodies at the morgue.
How do you know?
Well, there's a safe full of furs on its way to South America somewhere. If you hurry, you might stop it at the port of New York.
Why would he kill the guy in the river? And who was that guy?
Ted Gray. He was the man who cased the Elwood Faber job. He reported 85 coats ready to go. And when only 84 showed up, Middleton thought he was holding back on him.
Well, okay, Johnny. Thanks for doing all the work.
I was just lucky, Delaney.
You sure were. You could have been hit where it hurt worse. Come on, let's have the ambulance doctor look at that shoulder.
This is the only way to live. Miss Reedy, you...
Make it
Pat. You know, you're great on your feet.
Well, what about you, Johnny? Dancing with your arm in a sling.
Well, I took the no-hands course at Arthur Murray's.
Pardon me, Mr. Dollar. There's a phone call at your table.
Oh, thanks, waiter. Come on, Pat. Johnny Dollar.
Ed Bonner, Dollar.
Bonner? I won't take another job for at least a week.
No, it's not that.
What is it? Are you afraid I'll put a night out on the swindle sheet?
You aren't finished.
Not finished. Hey, you got the coats, didn't you?
Yeah, we found the safe down at the dock. Caught it just before it was loaded for South America. There were 84 coats in it, all right. But you know the one that was sent back in the mail? It's been stolen again. One's still missing.
Oh, really? Oh, that. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Bonner, somehow I have a feeling that last coat will be in the mail tomorrow.
Are you sure?
Positive. So long, Mr. Bonner.
So long, Johnny.
Who was it?
Oh, nobody important. You know something, Pat? You look just grand and mink. Well, the coat did show up the next day and in the mail. Maybe she'll have one of her own someday. Me? I stuck around Beantown for a few days to get a better look at the Bunker Hill Monument, Paul Revere's home, and her deep blue eyes, which began hinting at wedding bells. So, expense account item $11.75 back home, but fast. Expense account total $384.16. Yours, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and was written tonight by E. Jack Neumann and John Michael Hayes, with music by Leith Stevens. Featured in our cast were Harry Bartell, Joseph Kearns, Hans Conried, Bill Johnstone, Howard McNear, and Gloria Blondell. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us next week when Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
If you've got a piece of string handy, you better tie it around your fingers so you won't forget to file your income tax return. The deadline is March 15th, you know, and March 15th is right at hand. So to avoid penalties, file your returns promptly, but don't be in such a hurry that you forget to sign your name or attach your withholding statement. Now stay tuned for the adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follows immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where you meet Gene Autry every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.